Alright guys, Shotty T here, Alliance War number 5. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do voiceover editing after the fact. I won't be able to do live recordings. Well, I'll be able to record the fight, but I won't be able to talk at the same time because it's going to catch a lot of stuff. Because I'm with family right now, so otherwise you'll just get a bunch of background noise. I don't really have many places to hide to have a quiet recording, so live commentary that is. So just gonna do this intro, and then afterwards we'll just do voiceover edits when I get to the actual fights. But here we go. We're having unstoppable armor once again. I have Quake this time, and guess who they decided to ban? They must saw my video. They banned Corvus. Of course, I don't think this particular, maybe they saw my video. Maybe they did. I don't have a lot of subscribers, so I highly doubt they saw my video. But hit that subscribe button, guys. But anyway, we're gonna use Quake for a couple of fights here. We're gonna use her against this beefy fellow here, Sasquatch. And then we're gonna use Storm on HitMonkey. And then we're gonna use Guardian on Mysterio, Guardian on Kitty Pryde with the slow your roll tactic. And then we're gonna take Immortal Abomination, not Immortal Abomination, but Rhino with slow your roll as well, so that I can intercept him freely. And we'll take Storm for the next 2 fights there. And then minis, the only mini that we're going to be taking will be Long Shot with Quake. Once again, there's a Nimrod boss, but he got soloed last time, so we should expect the solo again. I think that should do it. So the Alliance we're going against, they finished in Platinum 2 last season, so even though their rating is close to ours, they got some skilled fighters. And we have the potential to get to Platinum 2 as well. So this will be a pivotal war matchup that will determine in the long term. And we still, win or lose, we can still hit our P2 goals. We just have to, the margin of error will be more slim if we lose this. So far we're no deaths yet. So just have to make sure we use the right boost, use the right power boost. So that being said, I'm gonna end this portion here, and the rest of it will be live recording, voiceover editing, that is. All right, we're about to jump into war now. This is voiceover commentary here. So this first fight, it's a pretty fun fight. Yeah, out the gates you get a fight that I figured was going to be a lone Quake fight. So as you guys can see, I'm doing all the big boy attack boost. The health boost, I guess, is not as relevant, but I decided to do the medium health one just to give myself some cushion. So got unstoppable armor. You have immunity when you get knocked down. You have force of will, which is very relevant. Force of will is very relevant here. Yeah, because normally when I've used Quake in the past, if you guys seen my prior war videos when I was probably like 3 or 4 seasons ago, or probably no telling how far ago that was, Quake is usually pretty good for ebb and flow knockdown, because when you knock down the opponent, you get rid of the ebb and flow. But force of will, unfortunately, you don't have that benefit. So here, obviously, with the unstoppable armor being immune ability accuracy reduction, I took a chance on knocking him down just to see if I can get a little bit more damage when he's stunned or when the charges were off. But of course, as you guys can see, protection came back up, and this guy also has a high level of Mystic Dispersion. So if I drop my heavy one more time, because I did that one intentionally, but if I drop it accidentally, and unfortunately I do drop my heavy, because for one, well, actually I don't drop my heavy, I just get hit. And at that point, I'm in trouble. I foolishly threw my SP1 to give him more missed dispersion. Should have just let him throw the power. So I'm just in panic mode now, and he's in wrath, so his power is not going away as quick as I want it to go. We're just waiting for that wrath to go away, and we get him the 2 bars of power. We're just holding block now, and this is just a nightmare. Eventually, I get him to throw his SB2, so I figure, okay, I might be in the clear. I can just quake the rest of the fight, just don't get hit. But my vulnerability boost is gone, so I'm very nervous at this point, because if I go any lower, and now I'm in that assassin's range where if the opponent has assassins, and that's what happened. But my ability actually was gone, so that was game over. So it's just unfortunate. We had a big discussion in our battle group, like, who's for this fight? It's only a handful of counters. And a couple of them involve synergy, so you basically forced to bring 2 people just for this one fight. But then what if you got future opponents in your path that are not suitable for those counters? So and I don't want to do 5-minute Quake fights, guys. Because it's boring. It's boring. It's not good content to see 5-minute Quake fights. I thought the fight would take shorter than that, to be honest with you, but unfortunately it didn't. But because we're recording all this, this was live at the time with no live commentary. This second attempt does finish out, but I'm not going to comment over it. I'm just going to have you guys listen to some background music, and then I'll jump back in later. So enjoy the rest of this fight, and I'll see you on the flip. fight. I am back. As you can see, that took 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So really, that was 2/3 health. So if he had a full bar of power, it would have took I probably would have timed out, because remember, I knocked him down to get some extra damage with the Ebb and Flow Fury. So it's a timeout basically. But anyway, this next fight is much easier, and you can't quake this one either because you will get crushed with HitMonkey. So obviously we're gonna use Storm Pyramid X here. So what we're doing here, we're just gonna hit him normal, and then we'll knock him down once I get to my 2 bars of power and finish him off. I can see why people put HitMonkey here, but like I said, HitMonkey doesn't bother me. So really, if you figure him out, when you knock him down, he's gonna go into rage mode. Now the thing about Storm Pyramid X is that whenever the opponent shrugs off a buff, especially if it's a stun, they go passive. So you saw that there, and that fight went quicker than I can comment on it. So yeah. Now this next fight, I could have quaked this one, but my fingers were so tired, and really that first fight pretty much made my rhythm off for the next few fights, because obviously I don't like dying. So it really probably could have walked away a little bit before getting back in, but we got Mysterio Power Focus 1, so the idea is to try to just not have him throw his SP1. Try to bait, like do short combos, bait heavy, and then knock him down, and then go SP2, done. But this fight doesn't quite go according to plan. And I want to go ahead and get my second SP2. It probably wasn't necessary. And right there, he just threw his SP2 while I was blocking, SP1 I mean, so I did not expect that. So now we have to wait for that thing to go away. And that's wasting my charges for my SP2. So I just threw everything away. And right now we're kind of in between what we're trying to do. I was like undecided, like what do I want to do? I'm trying to get him to, he's not throw his SP1, which he did again. So now I gotta wait again, and my charges are just going away. And I wasn't 100% sure if I could get him down with 4 charges with my SP2. So, and then of course I got my bubble shield got burst, so I took an unblockable. So I decided to do another SP1. Like I said, I probably could have got him down with SP2, but I just wanted to be extra safe. And at this point, the fight's just taking a lot longer than I anticipated when I first got into this match. And now he back intercepts me while I was backing up. So now we're trying to knock him down. Okay, we knocked him down. And he knocks me down. And then he throws his SP1 again. At this point, okay, we're going to see if we can intercept him with my SP2. Yeah. Not a pretty fight. Don't try that fight at home. That fight could have gone a lot better than that. And we're wasting a lot of items early on. So I still got the second half of my path to go. And we got 9 items remaining. And I decided to use another one. I probably could just use a combat regeneration boost, or just not use it for this fight and use the combat regeneration boost for the next fight. But then I thought about it. I think this is the last Guardian fight, so I think I just probably was better off not topping him off, because previous war I did well in this fight, and again, rhythm is not quite where it was. This fight doesn't go nowhere near the same as that first fight I did. And right now I'm fighting nervous. I'm not sure, just playing very uncertain at this point. Like I said, that Quake Fight just threw everything off. Like fundamentally, I know what I have to do, but now she has those multiple prowess. So now she's phasing when she dashes at me. So I have to bait a heavy counter. And that's easier said than done, because if you do it too late, she'll intercept you and you get messed up. And I think that's what happens in this fight, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not worried about the damage to the block, but her powers are just building up out of control now. And for some reason, I decided to throw another SP1 again. Not sure if it was necessary. And again, I tried the heavy counter, but I was too late, and then she intercepted me, and I took a lot of damage into her miss. So at this point, we're just trying to just get out of this fight, and we're done. So, all right. So now we have a chance to recuperate ourselves. Now we're fresh. We're fresh now. Hours have passed. Now we got a clean slate. Let's go into another fight. Let's heal up again, use some more items. I swear, when you have these 6-hour boosts, even the 14,000 health potions take a lot. I thought about using that 20,000, but I saved that for a rainy day. So we're going to use another invulnerability boost. Now, this Rhino has unstoppable armor. So whenever he goes unstoppable, you can't stun him. And that includes his base abilities, which I figured out in this fight. So that kind of threw me off at one point, but I got the slow there. Now, even if he's charging at you, which you'll see in this fight, even with the slow active, sometimes he'll still have those charges that are unblockable. So I can't just assume just because he's slow, his dash cannot penetrate my block. So now he has that unstoppable armor, so I have to remind myself, and that's when I figured out, oh, I can't stun him. And then he got unblockable there. So now I have to parry from up close. That's the idea. So now he's slow. So obviously I still have to make sure I get an intercept. Make sure I can get that max benefit. And again, you can't stun him when he's charging at you. And at that point, I probably should have just used the slow, but I just said I'm just gonna take the time to see if I can get an intercept now. He doesn't play ball. I'm gonna try it again. He doesn't play ball. So now we gotta bait one more special. And now I'm gaining too much power. And now I have to start the whole thing over. And that didn't count as an intercept. It was like a delayed intercept. So this fight lingers on. If the AI cooperated on those intercepts when I was above 2 bars of power, he would have been dead by now. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. So we got him slow. And you saw that unblockable pop up. So I had him slow, but he was still unblockable. So you have to be careful. So that's a crafty placement, I must say. They had a lot of good placement in this war. Like, I had some fights that like I said I was scheduled to face, but it ended up not being necessary. You'll see why. So I got the intercept there, and that's overkill. So the fight took much longer than I wanted, but we got it down. Again, we were more focused after that debacle in the first tier. All right, so these are going to be the last 2 fights of the war. And it's not really much of these fights. Storm pretty much rinses through these last 2 opponents. So, like I said, I was going to use Quake against Long Shot. And, of course, I was going to use a 30% champion boost like the regular one, not the war ones. But when I woke up the next morning, they had already finished all of our defenders. The opponent did, and only died 12 times. And we were at 17 deaths, which is not bad, but we still had like 18 fights remaining. So pretty much the war was already lost. So I wasn't going to waste any more boosts. I mean, I still could have Quake Long Shot, but we had a teammate that probably had just a better counter overall for that whole left side. They have a rank 3 Archangel, so they pretty much Archangel, Magneto, Bishop, and a Long Shot. So, and that was it. I'm not sure if they used boost or not, but I highly doubt it. It's a rank 3 Archangel. That's something I don't have. I just got a rank 1 6-star, and I got a 565 5-star, which is like a rank 2, with just slightly less attack. But yeah, so if they can bleed, they can poison. Just use Archangel. Fortunately, my path doesn't call for Archangel as often, but in the right scenario, I'll do it. I think I may have an answer for that Sasquatch next time, though, because we're going to see that again, and I recommend us to place the Sasquatch there because there are very few counters, especially if you ban Torch. Torch could crush that fight. But I'm curious to see what you guys think are counters for that node, because we discussed it. Just want to see if you guys know what works there. But this is going to be the last fight of the war. So we put our the shock tempest, so that way in case I mess up, I don't have to worry about taking shock damage from Black Widow. Now she'll still apply shock debuffs, but I won't take any damage from them. So it'd be like free willpower if I do get hit. So let's see if we can get this intercept here. Nope, that's a back intercept. There we go. Now these shots on this SP2 is going to be more potent. All right. And I forgot, and I just realized at that point I forgot to take notifications off. But that's the last fight of the war, guys. And you're going to see the outcome shortly. So, like I said, we end up losing the war. But again, it wasn't a bad effort. I mean, we had a pretty good attack bonus. I think it was 479 last war, 473, so slightly lower. But even if it was 479, we still would have lost. We only had 12 deaths. We had 22. But yeah, we're 2-3 in the season. We got one more, and then we'll go into a one-day break. But anyway, guys, like, share, comment below, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I may have another Battlegrounds series tonight. All right, take care.